Hey guys, welcome back. If it's your first time here, my name's Jen and I'm a self-taught nail enthusiast. And in today's video, I am going to be doing a little summer French nail. I got this inspiration from Laura Lee Los Angeles. She posted a picture on her Instagram of her nail look this week and I thought it was super cute, so I'm going to go ahead and give that a try. You know the usual, go ahead and grab yourself a drink, a snack, get comfortable, let's do the damn thing. Let's get into the video. Are a little bit stained from doing a fake tan, so instead of keeping these clear, I'm going to cover them with one of the other Aimeili builder gels, and it's number 156, and it's more of an opaque pink, and I just think it looks nice. You know, when you get like a pink and white French, it is more of an opaque pink color. So if you haven't seen the video on how I build my nails up using this stuff, I'll link it in the cards. Go ahead and check it out. It's pretty similar to doing an overlay, except I use paper forms to do that. So the first thing I do is wipe my nails off. I have some growth and I had some lifting that I went ahead and drilled off while I was prepping my cuticles and my nails and everything, and while I was taking the polish off. All I did was remove the polish from these nails. So these are the nails from my previous set, which will be the video that you're seeing before this one. And that's how I get away with basically wearing these nails for multiple weeks at a time. There's nothing wrong with that. As a matter of fact, they basically encourage you to do that. So I'm just using a side-to-side motion to move this gel. I'm going to actually just do a little slip layer here and go ahead and just pull this all the way down to the tip of the nail. I like that this is able to cover up some of the staining and yellowing from my nails. I cook a lot, I work with my nails a lot out in the yard, and I fake tan. So it's just bound to happen. I personally don't like seeing my natural nails under any extension. So even if I were to soak these off, I would probably just file my nails down really short so you couldn't see them anyways. But because they're there, I'm trying to do my best to cover them up. So now I have the slip layer on, and I'm just gonna go ahead and just build this up slightly, you know, in the archway, and just make it a little thicker because I just want just a little bit of added strength on these nails along with the opacity. So I'm just trying to cover everything up, and I'm just kind of using like side-to-side motions to coerce the gel to move. You can also use up and down motion like this. But basically the key to moving this stuff around is kind of keeping your brush in contact with the gel at all times. If you were to brush it, you would just disturb that layer and it wouldn't stay in place. I just want to get right up to the cuticle, make sure I get the sides of the nails and everything like that. And I basically just look at it from all sides just to make sure that it looks the way I want it to. And I think that looks pretty good. So I kind of put my finger upside down and it draws all the gel to the center, so it gives you that natural arch in the nail, and you have that thickness exactly where you want it. Then I'll flip it over and kind of just look at it. I need a little bit more on the sides. I just want an even coating of this stuff. Again, I'm not sorry about that. I'm not trying to make it too thick. I just want it to be even. So just go ahead, up and down motion here to kind of put it into place, into the natural archway. Sorry, it's very, very, very hard to talk when I'm doing this. And remember, gel moves wherever you put it. So if you turn your hand, it's gonna move over to the side like it just did. And that's okay. And once you're happy with it, you just go ahead and cure it. So I think I'm happy with the way that that looks. So I'm gonna cure it in the lamp for 60 seconds. All right. So I got that one covered. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna do all of my nails like that. I'm gonna file, buff, and shape them, and then we will be back to do the fun part. Alright guys, as you can tell, I went ahead and painted my right hand. I have already filed and shaped and buffed my nails, and they are ready for nail polish. I decided against the purple, and I actually decided to do orange instead. I was going to do two different colors, like orange on the right, purple on the left, but I think I'm just going to do all orange. I think it turned out really cute, and I'm kind of obsessed with this color right now, and I've been like dying to use it from this collection. So there's really nothing to this. You do need a couple different brushes here just to clean things up. I just have like a small cleaner brush and a liner brush. And I'm just going to use this little pillow that I have here to kind of just bring you in real close so you can see all the crusty cuticles while I paint this nail. So I go ahead and I get off like the excess of polish, and I kind of draw an X. I draw an X across the fingernail like this. And then we will use the liner brush to help the smile line and just make everything nice and even. And then I just paint down the rest of it. And I'm kind of just doing like where my natural smile line lays. So basically where like my free edge begins, what am I on? Like 1600s? I just do it naturally. I don't want to do like an extra deep smile line here. I wouldn't really know where to begin with that, and I just kind of like the look of my natural shape anyways. So I just go ahead and I use the liner brush to just kind of perfect that, and then I will just take some of this excess polish and bring it up on the sides, and I will just sort of measure with the other nail just to see that it's at the same point. It's okay if everything isn't, perfect. It doesn't have to be perfect. But you do kind of want to make sure there's some symmetry. So, just look at the other side and make sure that they meet. And then, just kind of look at it. And you can tell I have a little bit more of a free edge here. But that looks a little deep for me. Some of my obviously, like all my nails aren't exactly the same, and I don't think anyone's is. So I'm just looking at the two nails, and they kind of look similar, so I'm going to leave it where it is. And then I'm just going to get my small detailer brush, and I'm just going to dip it in some alcohol that I have over here off camera, just to sort of clean up a bit. I got some polish on my skin, but I'll take care of that later. So just be careful when you're doing this. It is really easy to like mess things up, so I just go small strokes, and I think that looks pretty good. So I'm just gonna wipe my finger off where I got polish on it, and I got it like on my other hand over here. No biggie. And I'm gonna cure that, and then I'll come back to do another coat. All right. So I'm just going to do a second coat, and the second coat is really just to make sure that you fill in any sparse areas, any parts that you can see through the nail. Again, don't like go crazy trying to make everything perfect, because you can clean it up. It's not that big of a deal. And when you top coat this, it will kind of help hide some of the imperfections that are at the smile line. I'm not a robot, and I'm also not doing this with acrylic, so it's a lot harder to get things like exactly perfect. But I've got some news for you guys. We actually, well, I say we because I film the videos and my husband edits them. So if you hear me saying we, that's why, because we are a team in this, and I consider this equally our channel. But we reached 100 subscribers today. Honestly, I knew eventually it would come, but I didn't expect it to happen so fast. So I'm so thankful to you guys for subscribing. I really do appreciate it. And if you haven't subscribed yet, just take a moment, look down below, and go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It really helps me out, and I really do appreciate it. I'm making this content for you guys. I'm gonna do my nails anyways, and I just figured people could use some of the tips and tricks that I've learned just from watching, other people here on YouTube. And I'm just trying to do like easy at-home manicures. Just because it's gel doesn't mean that you can't do it at home yourself. You shouldn't have to go to a salon to get a nice manicure. if you want to do it yourself, you should be able to. And, you know, so I'm doing this for you guys. So I appreciate you subscribing and liking my videos. So my next goal is 200. My like big long-term goal at the moment is 1,000. And if I get to 1,000, I'm definitely going to be doing a giveaway with some really cool nail goodies. So the sooner we get there, the sooner you guys could probably win some really cool nail swag. So I have finished this nail up. I think it looks pretty nice. I have a little treat with decorations over here that are like super easy. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna paint the rest of my nails because I don't want you guys to sit here and watch paint dry, literally. So I'll be back when they're all done and we'll do like some extra zhuzhing to the nails as usual. I did want to pop on here and mention that if I see a lot of spacing and skipping between the polish, I will just kind of let it sit for a second and self-level and sort of correct some of that before I go in with the second coat. It just kind of helps to make it a little more even. I also wanted to come back and just thank you guys for all of your comments on my unboxing video and the video where I created a nail look using all the stuff from my Your Nail Lab box. You guys gave me some really good tips and I really do appreciate it. I have another unboxing coming soon with Your Nail Lab and another box that you guys suggested to me, which is Nail Boxy, and I'm really excited to see if that one is worth the money. Now obviously I know it's kind of like comparing apples to oranges, because you have one box that's curated with one brand and then you have another box that's curated with multiple brands, and it looked like there were some pretty good brands, to be honest, with Nail Boxy. So I'm pretty excited to see what they have to offer, and I'm thinking of doing like a couple different videos with those. So let me know down below what you guys would like to see. Do you want to see like a comparison video, or do you want to see me unboxing each box by itself in a separate video? And also, did you like the video that I did showing you a nail look with the stuff that I got? Because I definitely want to continue doing that. I think it was kind of a cool idea to just kind of see like what you could make of all the stuff that you get with it. You're not going to get like a whole collection in the box, so you're going to need to use things that you already have. And so I don't know, let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you want to see down below, because I love getting your opinions and I like doing things that you want to see. So what I've been doing in order to perfect the smile line is to just drag up the sides with the liner brush and just kind of let the liner brush do the work. I'm just going to move this up so you can see what I'm talking about. So I just kind of take any of the excess polish that's on the sides and I just drag it up right into the corner. And then I just kind of put my fingers out to make sure that they're all sort of in the same spot. Make sure they're even on each side. And that's pretty much all there is to it. I've finished. It's so hard to talk when you're doing something like this. I am done. So I'm going to go ahead and cure that. And then what I'm going to be using for top coat is the Aimeili top coat. I find that this just gives a really nice shine to the nails that I don't get with other top coats. So I'm going to top coat the thumb, index, and pinky, and I'm going to leave these two bare so that we can add some accents to them. Alright. What I'm using for my accents are these water transfer stickers that I showed you guys in a previous video, and all I'm going to be using are these butterflies that are in this page, and I just cut out what I want and I just drop it in a little bit of water and I just let it sit there for a couple seconds. I actually decided not to put the top coat on. I figure I'll just do it after I do this, and I could just do all of them at the same time. I just plop that in there and I just use my tweezers to make sure that they get fully submerged. It just helps them come off easier if they're completely underwater. And I just leave them for like 5 to 10 seconds. And then I'm just gonna grab it and I use the tweezers to help me slide it off the page. And you don't have to put them exactly where you did on the other hand, but let me see. I did this one sort of like in the lower corner. So I'm gonna try to put it in the same spot. I don't think it's gonna be exact, but I think that looks good. I just wanted to add a little something to these nails. I feel like you could totally leave them alone. My husband was kind of against me adding anything, but I always like to add a little something to any nail look that I do. I just think it's fun. And then I'm just gonna stick this guy right up in the corner over here. Perfect. Now I just kind of let them dry for like 5 to 10 seconds. just so that I know they won't move or crinkle or anything like that underneath the top coat. And then I will top coat it, and I think that's pretty much it, guys. Alright, so that is the finished look. I am kind of obsessed with this. I have really been liking these bright summer colors, and I think this is such a pretty orange that came in that McCart collection. I told you I was probably going to be using that like exclusively this summer because there are just some really nice colors in there. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put on some cuticle oil, and I'm just using this Nail Tech. It's called Renew Cuticle Oil. I got it in a little like nail renew set, but I do like this stuff. You know, I usually use jojoba oil, but this is nice and tiny and easy to put on the nails. And while I'm just rubbing this stuff in, I just want to remind you guys, please go check out my social media, my Instagram and Twitter, Luxe Nails by Jen. I post a lot of sneak peeks there of different looks that I have coming up. I do pre-film, so you'll be able to see what I have planned for the coming weeks. And I'm thinking of starting to post like some more day-to-day life things on there as well. Go check that out. If you are here and you haven't subscribed yet, go down below and click that subscribe button before you leave, and like this video. Be sure to hit that bell notification button so you never miss a mani with me. Bye guys!